Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. You join me on a glorious day. It's a cold and crisp late November morning here in the Chilterns. A little bit different to the last time I was out, I think, doing a vlog on this bike. Well, I think it was about 30 degrees. Remember riding down this very road. Anyway, I thought it was high time I came out on the bike and did a bit of a review of my Triumph Street Triple R. The bike I'm on at the moment, which is a fantastic bike. You may have read about them. Most of the reviews are very favourable. I bought this one brand new last July, which is 2012, and as I say, it's now November 2013. So I've had it for about around about 16 months, so over a year. I've had a good chance to have a play with her, see what she's like. So thought it was probably a good time to let you know what I think about her. So stick around, stay tuned. I'll find somewhere to stop, show you the bike, and tell you what I think of her. Okay, this should do nicely. So here she is. Here's the bike in all her glory. As you can see, it's a 2012 Street Triple R that I've got. This is in Phantom Black with gold wheels. I think it's the best colour. Just before I talk to you a bit about the things I like and don't like about the bike, I thought it's just worth show you some of the things I've done to her since I've had her. First obvious thing that most people will spot is the custom seat that I've got on here. This here. I actually like it a lot. I've had mixed feedback on it. A lot of people say they don't like the colour, but actually I think it looks quite good. I've got used to it and it's very comfy. Basically I've got the accessory gel seat for the bike that I bought, which I often use, and this seat was spare. It's a standard seat, so I thought I might as well just get it recovered, and so I can sort of change the character of the bike every now and then. So I've got that. I've still got the gel one. I can swap it back so it looks dead standard whenever I like, but for now I'm liking this one. So that's the first thing. The next obvious thing you might notice are these, the Aero Cans, the slip-ons. I like the under-seat look, which is why I went for them. They're a similar price to the Lowboy version, which saves a lot more weight, but I actually like the under-seat look, and they make a fantastic noise, as you'll hear. So that's them. I also added these little carbon foot plates, not because I'm a huge fan of carbon, but they were quite neat compared to the original ones, which get quite scratched with your boots, or have done in my case. The belly pan in 2012 was a freebie that Triumph were giving away with new bikes. Same with this this nose cowl. I think it looks quite okay. So they're standard Triumph parts. I think they're extras if you buy a new bike now. Aftermarket levers, these are just eBay special, but they're so much better than the ones that come with the bike. I've got some little bar end weights there that also sort of save things if you drop the bike. Hopefully I won't do that. There are R&G ones here, sliders. What else to point out? Here, brake reservoir. They come with standard sort of white plastic reservoirs, which look horrible. So replaced that on this bike. What else have we got to show you? And there's the rear reservoir, also replaced. I think that's a much better looking piece of kit than the white plastic one. What else is there to tell you about this bike that I've changed? Trying to think. Oh, the back's got a tail sidey on it. Just stops this lot all hanging out back a long way, as they do on the new bikes. And also that's a slightly smaller number plate than, strictly speaking, is legal. But it just tidies the back end up. So yeah, that's about it for the changes. The only other thing I think that the eagle-eyed ones amongst you might have spotted is I've removed the rear peg hangers for the passenger. I never take anybody on the back of the bike, so there's no point in leaving those on. So those came off. So what about the bike itself then? As I said, this is a 2012 model. It's now 2013. Triumph revised the bike in 2013. So they now have a slightly different look about them. These front radiator cowls are slightly different. They've just changed the look of the bike a bit. They've also changed the gearing on the current bike. This one has got quite a short first gear that gives it a bit of a sort of a brutal acceleration, which is actually a lot of the fun of the bike. I think the new bikes that's been toned down slightly. I don't think it detracts from the bike too much. And also the 2013 bikes I think come with ABS, possibly as standard. This one hasn't got ABS. What else to say about it? It's in terms of the bike itself, it's basically a stripped down version of the Daytona 675 Triumph in about 2006 when the first model came out. Were the first, I think, to take off the the fairings of a sports bike and sort of develop this new middleweight naked class. And this one really has been the market leader since they did that. If you read the magazine reviews, everybody seems to rave about this Triple R. I very much like it. The things I really like about it are the lightweight of the bike. It just feels really light. I think it's about 189 kilograms wet, so that's pretty brilliant. The acceleration is fantastic, also because of the lightness, I guess. Very easy to ride. Great bike for beginners, actually. I think nice low seat. Really enjoy it. You've just got to be a bit careful on the throttle, because obviously you could get into trouble on it, because it is quite a quick bike. Okay, let's take it for a spin and see what else there is to say about it. So there's that fantastic engine noise which those cans give you. The original equipment exhausts don't sound too bad. They're just not quite as loud as those ones we've got on now. And also these have got the baffles out, so you can quiet them down a little bit if you want to, but these you can possibly hear there burble and pop quite nicely. So yeah, lovely bike to ride, very sensitive throttle compared to anything else I've ever ridden, but you get used to that. Quite comfortable. I've done some long rides on it, and they all go fine. There's no aches and pains. It's a comfortable seating position. If you like sort of sport bike-ish performance, but you don't like the seating position and the cramp you get with that, then this is the bike for you. What else to say about it? I think she's about 110 brake horsepower, something like that, maybe 109. So quite quick for the weight. So everything's not fantastic about it though. Having had it for 16 months now, there are a few things I don't like. Number one, it has the most ridiculous turning circle on it. That's something that was improved for the 2013 bike. But for the 2012s, which this is, it's got the turning circle of a jumbo jet. That's really annoying. I guess it's an annoyance rather than a real problem. The other thing I don't like about it, as I think I mentioned before, on the binnacle here, no fuel indicator. Very annoying. So I just have to use the trip counter, and I know when I get to about 130 miles, I know that I need to start looking for a petrol station. There is of course a fuel light that comes on when you get low, but I actually like that full gauge. It does have a gear position indicator though, which is nice, built in. I always like that. Oh, hello, fellow biker. Hello, sir. Not a nodder, miserable git. So yeah, gear position indicator is good. What else is there not to like about it? I think the fuel economy, if economy is the right word to use, is pretty poor. I expect it to be better than it is. It's a 675cc bike, so not a huge engine. And I get, depending on how you ride it, probably about 40 miles per gallon, which I don't think is that great. I looked at one of the bike magazine reviews where they do some comparisons of fuel economy on bikes, and the Street Triple R is way down the list. It's about 5th from the bottom of about 50 bikes that they've tested. So that's not so good, but there you go. And also the insurance, it's quite expensive insurance wise. I'm in my mid-40s. I keep the bike in a locked garage in a not too bad part of the world, and I think I'm still paying about £500 with 2 years no claims bonus, so that's quite expensive. You know, I drive quite nice cars and they don't cost me anywhere near that in terms of insurance. There you go, I guess that's motorcycling for you. So yeah, those are probably the only bad things I can think. The other good things, and there are lots of good things, I mean the riding of it, the thing is a joy. It's beautiful to flick around, it's so lightweight. I've already mentioned the acceleration and the sound, which are fantastic. But the other thing, the brakes, they are just superb. They're not Brembos, I think they're Nissin calipers that the Triumph use, but they are absolutely phenomenally good. Best brakes I've ever used on a motorcycle, so love them. What else to say? I think that's pretty much it. I think I've pretty much covered everything. I only wanted to make this a quick review, but just to give you a look at a 2012 bike, because this was the first year that they had these, what are referred to as the Dame Edna headlights, the non-round ones. They caused a bit of a stir at the time. I've grown to quite like them actually, and the current bike has those as well. But this, some people would regard as the best street triple so far, the 2012, because of that, the changing gearing that they did on the 2013 model has limited its hooliganability slightly, so I'm told. I don't know if that's important to you or not. It wouldn't make a jot of difference to me, I don't think. But yeah, overall fantastic bike. Read some reviews, they'll all say the same thing. It's been the class leader now for some years, even with the new Yamaha MT-09, the triple they've brought out, which is really in direct response to this. I still think this is the class leader. I've read about 3 reviews and they still say that the street triple is the one to have, so obviously it's your choice. I have sat on it on the MT-09. I haven't ridden one, but I sat on it, felt very, very similar sort of bike actually, so I guess it comes down to personal preference. What's this fella doing? Okay, so there we go. I think that's all I've got to say on it. Ride safe and speak to you again soon. Oh, actually, little insert here, there is one thing I forgot to say. The spike comes as standard with Pirelli Rosso Corsa tyres, or Corsa Rosso, whichever way around. I think it means in Italian Red Devil Racing. And I have to say the tyres are fantastic as well, very, very grippy. I did one track day on it so far. I'm hoping to maybe do another one next year. They performed fantastically, and I'm still on that same set of original tyres, and I've done I think about 5,000 miles on the bike, and they're still going strong. They've got another couple of track days in them, I think, as yet, so the tyres are another thing that are absolutely fantastic on these bikes. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's of some use to you. Ride safe, and I'll speak to you again soon. This has been the Missenden Flyer. Cheerio.